Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's take a look here at WIF Hat. This is a coin we've covered numerous times in the past. It's been a few weeks since we last looked at it. We'll redraw out some new fib levels. Based on what I see here so far, I'm fairly confident we're right there at that 0.618 fib. Likely testing the golden pocket. So we may see a little bit of slowing down here, but also, a pretty good little rest and relax for the next leg up. So a lot of patterns can be derived from hitting that level. So what we're going to talk about is some liquidation data first. We're going to kind of jump into the back end data here, kind of see where we're at. And then we're going to kind of assess if there's, incentive for the price go up or down from here. And more important too, what are the key areas of support and resistance? Is really just the important thing there. It's kind of a good little risk management scenario there. Congrats to our community members who just took our not profit target, in profit, on our way to our take profit targets. We've been firing on a lot of cylinders here, high cylinders or whatever the hell the term is there for that. Firing on all cylinders, that's the one. 24% from MNT, ICP 68%, Near Protocol 70% all targets, Cardano 61% all targets, VeChain and Polkadot. We've got two other ones. Filecoin is right on the edge of hitting its target as well. So things are just looking on the up and up here. And the question is, is WIF Hat worth taking a trade with? Well, hindsight's 2020. Obviously, yes, it is now, or at least was recently. However, is it a good consideration at this exact moment? So let's take a look here. This is liquidation on the left-hand side for the last 7 days. And what we're looking at here, we can see a $1.60 roughly even. Ton of liquidation down there. Almost, we got billions of dollars liquidation at 160 or lower. But as far as more recent here, we can see a good, half a billion here, half billion. There's about 2 billion in liquidation from 205 to 220. Okay, so I don't know who you are and why you're trying to short this coin or any coin right now, but in case you missed it, the market is extremely bullish right now. Trying to short everything just because it's overextended and the prices are going up is not a good call, all right? So just please get on board with the fact that the market is very bullish. And yes, it's going to slow down eventually soon, and that's okay. Between now and then, until we see those signs, which is breaking the ascending trend line on not only Bitcoin but most altcoins, we got to respect the fact the price is going to continue higher. There is, however, no more liquidation on the upside minus this, maybe 1 to 2 billion in liquidation upwards, about 250. Outside of that, from a macro perspective, we don't really see like heavy concentrations anymore. So people are getting the hint that it's probably not good to short this coin anymore. All right, so that's good. That's good. Obviously, there's some recent shorts, but it does kind of make sense in a way because this 0.68 fib level here is essentially in, it's an area of retracement in most cases. Now, this is not a guarantee, but it is certainly a statistical probability. So let's start with larger, more macro point of control and just kind of recognize where all the money is at. So people are more likely to buy this coin at the price point of, we're excluding the lower points because obviously you can accumulate a lot more at lower price points. Right here at about 160, 157. I'm rounding up. 160 is an easy number to remember. So 160 is the lowest point. Coincidentally, that's where we see the most amount of liquidation here. Okay. Again, liquidation levels are generally provided or placed at key level supports, all right? So if that support level is tested, which is possible, less probable, then we could very well see a bounce from there or just a liquidation sweep, and we'll have to have another conversation. But between now and then, that is essentially what we're looking at there as a key level support. All right, so now that we know that, what do we look at here next? Well, we want to identify some moving averages. Let's quickly understand that. We're below only the 200-day SMA, but above all three other ones. These two are the most important, the 50 and the 20-day. That tells us where we're at in the momentum phase here. And at this point, as long as we remain above both, we're more likely to go up. Keep in mind there is a fair value gap here from 2 days ago. We can see 175 to 197 as a rough estimate for a significant amount of value that's left on the table there. Okay. The likelihood of that getting tested is moderate. The reason why I say that is because just say the price pulls back, it's common for the price to bounce off of either the 0.5 fib level or the local high turned into a new low. We may also see just a little candle wick down just to go ahead and screw with everybody. Okay. So to keep in mind, I would say 175 to 197 is a solid consideration for a long if that happens. That may not happen at all. Here's the reason why it probably won't. We're now over 70 on the RSI and money flow index is above it. When you see that kind of price action, it's super, super strong and more likely to continue higher. Okay, so again, situations like this, when you break through key level resistances, the price will run. That resistance was at a 197. Best case scenario, 197 is retested. We get in along there for the next leg up. Okay, that's a best case scenario. That's if Bitcoin pulls back. Bitcoin right now is in the process of sweeping $40 billion in liquidation at 66,000. So when we see that happen, we can recognize that, hey, coins like this, altcoins are going to continue to surge. So keep in mind as well, too, when it comes to meme coins, these are generally the last ones to push. They're the last ones to kind of make a stand in an uptrend. So I'm not saying we're going to see a reversal soon, but if we sweep 66K for Bitcoin, which seems probable at this point, I think that we might see some capitulation here soon. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little alert here just to be on the safe side at like the $2 mark. Okay, 196, $2, somewhere there. Okay, 4-hour time frame. Same scenario here. The only difference is we're over 70 on the RSI. We're coming back down. We're getting close to a take profit target. In other words, you generally want to sell when the RSI crosses back under 70 on the 4-hour time frame if it holds above for 24 hours, which we're seeing right now. Money flow index is super high though. That doesn't mean you can take a short. I don't know why people have this compulsion to open a short as soon as they close a long. It's not how it works. Okay, I recognize what goes up must come down, but you don't have to be in the market every single minute, every single day. I mean, if that is what gives you a thrill, which I get it, I've been there before, then you probably need to reevaluate and look and find new hobbies, because honestly, you should not be just instantly opening a short and when you close a long. So the key takeaway here is that while we're coming close to securing some profits and likely wanting to maybe consider trimming some of your long position, it absolutely by no means implies you should try to trade against it. You're way better off waiting for a long that doesn't happen than to try to short to that level. In case you didn't know, shorts are inherently more risky because there's no limit to how high the price can go, right? There is a limit to how low the price can go, which we've identified is 160 at this point, roughly based on macro point of control. Okay, hourly time frame, Ichimoku Cloud, let's go ahead and double check here, just confirm. All green lights. Do not close your long position. There's no reason to secure profits or close your trade. Okay, so we still got a good, I would say, 12 to 24 hour window before you want to consider closing your position. Keep in mind, Bitcoin is still ramping up here, and it is probably due for a bit of a correction, right? I'm speculating Bitcoin, once it slows down, will come back down to the 64,400 mark and maybe pivot or bounce. Okay, if that happens, then we'll see something similar here for this coin. Maybe to test this local high, which is somewhere in the range of 210. I think $2 is probably an extreme best case scenario. I don't think we're going to see $2 as a firm reality if Bitcoin continues to behave sideways and up like it has. Okay. All right. Anyways, those are just some things there. Hopefully, food for thought, or just whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go ahead and post a playout chart here in our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. If you're not familiar, I just consistently post these here, kind of give you perspective on coins that I'm planning to take trades with. And I always provide liquidation data too, so you understand kind of roughly where we're at. Okay, so it looks like this. Don't trust anyone else. This is my channel. Unfortunately, I got a lot of imposters out there and a lot of people trying to steal my brand. So, hey, whatever. It happens. Just don't trust any DMs if it is somebody that's posing as me. I'll never direct message you first. Feel free to reach out to me however you want through Discord, Telegram, Twitter, the whole thing here. Either way you look at it, we got some really awesome things going on with our Discord. I would recommend jumping on over there and getting to know our community at the very least. We got plenty of free information there. But if you want to become kind of a little higher tier, top tier, if you will, cryptocash.tech is a site link down below. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.